Good morning. This morning, stand up for what is right. Please ignore how weird I look. I have not shaved. I wanted to do that before, but I really want to address this very quick. This is the comment I got here. I don't really get comments often because I know why. I hit the nail on the head. I'm not a pretender and I cannot ignore the truth. I'm telling you lies. It will be very difficult to me. I cannot do that. So I don't care if you like or you don't. If you view or you don't, but I know you must have seen it and you can even see it from somewhere else. And one day you cannot avoid it. You must swallow the hard nut. So now I made this video very simple, politely, and the commenter wrote here, Peter Obi is, you see that language, I don't want to use it. He is time waster. I can say that one. Nigeria is highly polarized. We never work. You can see that comment. The tone, the mood. Then I ask, what is your suggestion or opinion? How, what, and who do you think better? He responded, you're a gentleman. What Nigeria needs is a total devolution. History of Nigeria proves she is fake. Nigeria, we are not the same people. Nigeria is highly polarized. We never work. If you're reading this, you will see and know that the grammar is not correct, the spelling is not correct, but I understand. So I don't want to read the way he wrote. So I try to respect him since I understand, because this is not our language. My intention is to address this comment and those who think like this. Bro, I'm talking about pragmatism. I am talking about dialogue. I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in using derogatory languages on individuals who I know they want what is right, despite how they wanted it. This opinion, you can say it in a way that is better. However, I understand you are not totally wrong. Bro, let me take you back in a lane of history. There are systems of government, okay? Before the advent of slavery, okay, there has been scramble of African kingdoms in Berlin Conference. Even after that, the Portuguese came in with their religion and slavery. And then slavery properly, then Berlin Conference, then scramble of Africa and all that, then military regime, colonialism, then military system of government. Many types of government, kleptocracy is a type of government that have their eyes on the money bag. Appetite is a system of government. These things has come and gone, and this is evolving. Now we say democracy. It is gradual process, and they will get there. Everybody know the injustice. Who fought war? We, the victims of that Nigeria, I know, I understand everything. But violence can never beget dialogue. After violence, it must be dialogue. So it is either violence begat violence. But dialogue can never cause problem. So this, which you say this way, there are ways you can say it. And let me hit the nail on the head, bro. It is not now. Time is running. There are ways to do these things. You cannot force these people to do this thing because they would never. Those who sit on the money bag will never stand up from there because the problem is the money, the oil and all that. So you have to have somebody who believes in the ideology and get in there and make the corrections. Bro, if you are in good condition in the country, for example, I'm not trying to say that you're not in good condition, but I'm trying to say if all of us, if you want to know I'm not in good condition, because if I am, I wouldn't have been saying this. Being in good condition is being proud of where you're coming from, how the government is working there and how everything is moving very well and how every person is happy. Not that you're going to be well, but at least you have something to hold on. So I'm not happy that I'm not in good condition in that aspect. So I understand where you're coming from, but be calming down. This is not the best way to say it. Peter Obi is actually doing the best. So if you all support him, he will get there. I told us that we wouldn't have been wasting this effort. We will choose it when we will choose to push this effort to the right direction. Yes. You have option A, you have option B. Violence can never make this thing happen. What do you have to face your violence? Where are your arms? Where are your equipment? Where are your tools? who are in support of you. Those are the things. It's not if you're right or wrong, but the power of those who you're looking at. Even though we know it's wrong because it's not a jungle, but it's ironically a jungle. Or literally. So what I'm trying to say in a very nutshell is that if you hold your governors accountable, you wouldn't be complaining so bad. If you hold your state, local government chairmen accountable, or if you vote the right person whose head is correct, you will have something in place. From the grassroots to governor to senators to president and all that, things will get better. But you're not asking the right question now. When you're not asking the right question, you sit back and wait when everything is polarized like you use the right language. And you start making all these things. They don't read comments on social media. They focus on money back. So now we want to fix somebody through that system who will sit there and understand this your comment and they prove you wrong, that what you need is electricity, what you need is basic infrastructure, what you need is good hospital, what you need is your daily bread, what you need is, put all these things in place and you will stop complaining. There are many ways to kill a rat. Okay? So these are the things you don't understand. Everything is not violence, bro. Violence begets violence because vengeance is insatiable spirit. Okay? Bloodthirsty and must always demand for it. So I'm not trying to preach that. No. That's not way. There will be a lot of damages. We've had much already. So what is the need for you to fight a losed war? You don't do that. You don't do that because those, even if you're right, those who will support you ignore you. You cannot do it alone. You can come back and re-strategize. Am I making sense? So for all of you thinking in this way, you are the part of the problem because you divide the vote that would have make a good impact. I know this will anger you, but you don't need to be angry. It is truth. If you cannot be able to get somebody who will be able to trust that this person will do something, then your struggle is of no use because if there is none to pilot it to that extent, even if you have it, you will get it polarized, just like you said. So what's important here is to get into that place and begin to fix it. Nothing that cannot be fixed. You cannot fix that with, violence. We have to come together, okay, and get somebody like this, which we've not seen before. You know why he focused on the North? It's the same hunger. It's the same poverty. It's the same, in fact, starvation, sickness, and all that made them to be violent. When they must have been provided with little, at least they will start to think right. When a dog is mad at the owner, it bites the owner. But tame that dog, feed that dog, pet that dog, show that dog love. You wouldn't differentiate that dog from human by its actions. It's only when you look at it, it is a dog, but actually by character, it is actually human, your mate, your pet, your colleague. It can be your colleague and everything. Bro, this is 21st century, okay? Look at what Burkina Faso is doing right now. Look at what even Mali is doing right now. Look at some all these East African countries or even in West Africa here. These are people with Thomas Sankara's ideology. These are people with Nelson Mandela's ideology. These are people with, Muammar Gaddafi's ideology. These are people with, Martin Luther King Jr. ideologies. They didn't start with violence, okay, not fighting war. They start with pushing that, protest and getting somebody fixed in there. Stand up for what is right. I don't want to take much of your time. Do the right thing at the right time and the right way. So we'll get it right. Thank you. One love.